teach or review the component magnitude and direction of a vector with you. So example 1, why is this? Okay. Example 1, we need to find the component magnitude and the direction of the vector. So many of people are still like struggling with this. So when you are finding the components, you need to find the initial point. So for this vector, the starting point, we call it the initial point. And where the vector ends, okay, we call that the terminal point. Okay, the terminal point. So you need to find the coordinates of both points. So the coordinates of this point, so the coordinate is just finding the x and the y values. So the x value for this, since it's right on the origin, the x value is 0, and the y value, you see, we go down 1, 2, 3. So we go down by 3 points. So the coordinate for this, for the initial value is 0, -3. And for this point, the x value, now we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we went -5. Okay, and then on the positive, so we went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's -5. So our vector is starting from, so that vector A starts from 0, -3, and ends at -5, 8. So to now be able to find the component of A, okay, and for vector, because vector is a physical quantity with magnitude and direction, you guys already know that. So to find the components, all we just need to do is to subtract the x's and the y's of the terminal from the initial. So always you are subtracting the terminal from the initial. So the terminal, this is the terminal, okay? This is the initial. So we want to do -5 minus 0, comma. So this will be 8 minus -3, okay? So that will give us -5, because when you subtract 0 from anything, it remains at that thing. So because we have minus and negative, it's going to become positive. So this is going to become 11. And that is it. It's not more than this. So don't complicate things. Don't make things too difficult. The answer is right there. So that's the component of this vector. So now, and we use this symbol to demarcate or to differentiate vectors from just a coordinate point, okay? So that's why we are not using something like this, because we just want to, I mean, math is already confusing. So there's no point confusing ourselves more. So we don't want to use this parenthesis. So that's why we are using that notation. So for the magnitude, so if I want to find the magnitude of A, no, let's go back to red. So if I want to find the magnitude of A, so normally I can put one line around A, or you can write it as double lines, okay? Normally I grow up using the single line. So I don't know, actually, okay, it doesn't matter. So use either single line or double line for the magnitude. So, and now let's look at this vector, okay? So this vector, so for me to move from this initial value to this end point, this is telling me that I need to move 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, and then move 11 points up. So that is this vector, and you can see that from this component, we can see that this represents a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle, okay? So are we able to find this line A that now looks like the hypotenuse of this triangle? Yes, of course, we can find it by using the Pythagorean theorem. So it's the same thing. So we already know that this is -5 and this is 11. To find this line A, we are just going to take the square root of -5 squared plus 11 squared, and that's it. So the magnitude, always you are going to use the Pythagorean theorem to be able to find the magnitude of A. So, and if you stick that into your calculator, so please use Desmos, okay? Use Desmos.
Yes.
Thank you. So you can just type directly on Desmos. You can just bring this up, okay? You can just type square root of, so you don't even need to solve it one by one. You can just say square root of -5, okay? You want to square that, plus, I'm just showing how easy this is, plus, then square root of 11, okay? Square. And that's it, 12.08. So that's the magnitude of our vector. So let's go back now to our vectors. Okay, so our vector, so the magnitude will be 12.08, and that will be the answer in this case, okay? Then we are now asked to find the direction. So again, the direction, so the direction of the vector is the angle that the vector is making with the positive x direction, that is with the horizontal axis, but from the, I mean, you know that we normally measure vector from the positive direction. So for this particular vector, the angle that we are interested in is this. So let's call this angle theta. But we see that this angle theta is outside of our rectangle. So if we are able to know this angle, let's call it beta, okay? Of course, we can just subtract it from 180 degrees and then we are able to get our theta. So let's do that. So to be able to find this angle beta, what do we need to do? We can use the SOHCAHTOA, okay? We can use the SOHCAHTOA. And in this case, because we know this line and we know this line, so we can pick the TOA opposite of this angle and the adjacent. So we can say tan of beta equals to 11 over -5. Don't forget the negative, please, okay? Always put the negative. So that gives us that beta will be the arctan of 11 over -5, okay? So again, just go to Desmos and keep. So let's go back to Desmos. So we want to find, again, on Desmos, you do function arctan, okay? Now we have -11 divided by 5. It doesn't matter where you put the, and you see that my answer is kind of strange. That is because when you are using Desmos, that this answer is giving us radians. So please make sure that you convert it to degrees. Okay. Again, go to this spanner, then you convert it to degrees. So that means that you are not. It's not as if what you are getting is wrong. It's just in radians. So now. So we see that this angle is -65.55. So let's go back to the, okay. So this gives us you can ask yourself, why is this angle negative? Who wants to answer that question? Why is this angle, why are we getting a negative value? Who wants to be bold to answer for me? Why are we getting a negative value? Does anybody know? Anybody wants to try? You guys remember all students take chemistry last semester?
No, lady, over here. You did the restroom in Bobby's bed. Don't start shaking. That's not nice.
Hello, please mute yourself. Thank you. So, so who wants to? So, do you guys remember that all students? Sorry, all students take chemistry. So you can see that if you put the line here, this is like first quadrant, second quadrant. So since only sign is positive here, that's why you're having the tan of an angle is going to be negative. So again, everything in math is connected. That's why you cannot just learn something and forget. Okay. Where is that now? No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, why is this moving to the side? I just want to erase some things. Okay, don't worry, the next question is going to be faster. Okay, so now, so since this already, this angle the beta came out as negative, so all we just need to do is to add 180 degrees to it. So our angle theta will be 180 degrees minus 65.55. So, and that gives us 114.4, around 44. Okay, so that is the direction of this vector. So I think now maybe some of you are getting the hang of things. So let's go to another example. Example 2. So now I'm going to be faster. So but instead of actually to find the components, there is actually an easier way to find the components. So instead of me writing the coordinates out, can't we just say, okay, to go from this point to this point, because what the component is asking you is, if I want to go from the initial point to the terminal point, what will be my direction of movement? How will I go? I need to go like this first, okay, then go like that. So you can just count. So since I'm going left, this is definitely going to be -3. So I know that the component of this vector LM is going to be, even without doing the calculation, is going to be -3. And then how many points do I need to go down? Again, down is negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -6. So so when you are given a graph, it's actually easier. But if you are not given a graph, then you have to subtract again the x values of the terminal minus the x value of the initial. That will be the x value of your component of the vector. Then the y value will now be the y value of the terminal minus the y value of the initial. So always is the end minus the beginning, that is the initial point. So but if you are given a graph, it doesn't matter, you can just do it visually like this, so it's easier. So now we move on. So the magnitude of LM again will be the magnitude of LM will be the square root of -3 squared plus -6 squared. So, and that gives, I'm just going to write the answer out. Again, you can convince yourself. So this is going to be square root of 45, okay, because that is 9 plus 36. And this turns out to be like 6.71. Okay, that's the magnitude. And if you are noticing, you can see that magnitude is always positive. Magnitude is always positive. You don't have a negative magnitude. So if you are given a question and you are seeing negative numbers as a magnitude, that is just wrong. You can eliminate those questions. Okay, so that is one of the strategies that you should learn today. So this is the component, this is the magnitude. So let's do the direction. Again, if I want to go like this, the angle that we are looking for, let me use another color. The angle that we are looking for is this angle theta, okay? Is this angle theta. Again, is the angle that the vector is making with this positive horizontal component or positive x-axis. So we are interested in this angle, but are we able to calculate that angle straight from this right angle triangle? No, we are not. So what we can do from the right angle triangle is to find this, let me use this, is to find this, okay, again, let's call it angle beta or beta, okay? So again, beta is just going to be tan, so we want to do tan of angle beta is going to be, again, -6 over -3, okay? Opposite over hypotenuse, okay? Because this is -6. So, and then beta will be the arctan of -6, -3. You stick that into the decimals, you are going to get something like 63.43 degrees. Okay, so now you guys can see that we went all the way. We covered the entire 180 degrees, and then we went even some more. So we have to add this to 180 degrees to be able to get our angle theta. So our angle theta will now be 180 degrees plus 63.43. So it is very good that you take note of what is going on visually, okay? So make sure that you pay attention to what is going on. So this is going to end up to be 243.43 degrees, and that is the solution, okay? Any questions so far? If you have questions, please unmute yourself and talk, okay? Otherwise, let's keep going. So question number 3, again, the component of this, we need to go again. This is the initial point. This is the final point. To be able to get from initial point to the final point, we go like that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the positive direction, that is to the right. So we go positive 8, then we go down by 2, which is -2. So the component of our vector V, okay, is positive 8, -2. Okay, so you guys can see how easy it is. Okay, and then the magnitude of V will be 8 squared plus -2 squared. And if you put that into your if you put that into decimals, I think you get something like 9.22. Okay, so that's the magnitude. Again, magnitude is never negative. So now let's talk about the let's talk about the direction. Let me use red. So to be able to get to this vector, we are starting from this positive x direction. We need to go all the way like this. Okay, that's our theta. And as you can see, it appears that theta is a very big angle. It is just some few points away from 360 degrees. So again, that would be our small angle beta. So yeah, and in this case, let's go back to this blue. I don't want to change so much. So tan of beta again will be -2 over 8. Oh, sorry, it's going to be opposite. Yeah, -2 over, it's going to be negative. Yeah, it's going to be opposite over adjacent. So I'm just checking myself that I didn't make any mistake. Okay, so it's going to be opposite over, so it's going to be -2 over 8. So again, put that into decimals. I'm not going to finish this one for you. You can please do it on your own. It's going to be arctan -2/8. So you can, even it's 1/4, so it's kind of very small angle. Okay. I think, did I make mistake? Sorry, let's go back. Let's go back a bit. Did I make mistake here? No? Okay. Let's go forward. Did I miscount? Yeah, I miscounted this. That's why I was like, what is going on? Because just wait, let's erase this. I didn't cover the entire, somebody should have warned me. I didn't get to the point. Okay. So I need to go all the way to this point. So it's supposed to be 9 instead of 8. So that's why I think my calculation was a little bit off. Okay. So I'm just trying to just correct the mistake. Okay. So this is going to be 9 in the positive direction. And this is still true that this is going to be 2 down. Okay. So it's going to be -2, and then the angle is still correct too. The explanation, and this is the angle B, okay, or beta. So it's going to be opposite over 9, okay. So I think now we are okay. So this angle is very small, so it's going to be like -12.53 if you put that in decimals. So what does this mean? So for us to be able to get our angle theta will now be 360 minus this one. So it's going to be 360 degrees minus 12 points, and it's already negative, so you don't need to worry about remembering the negative. So this is going to give you 347.47 degrees, something like that. Okay. If I make mistake, please correct me. So again, this is the magnitude and the direction. So magnitude, direction, the component. Okay, example 4. So this is in the case where you are not given a graph. Yes, you can go ahead and graph it, especially if you are still struggling with which one am I supposed to be subtracting from which one. So I would recommend you to get a graphing paper with you. Okay, physically, just sketch it quickly. But I've told you, so this will be the initial point, okay, and this will be the terminal point. So to be able to find the component, so the component of AB will be, okay, it will be always the terminal, -1, then minus -7, okay, the terminal -4 minus 4, okay. So AB will be, so this will be -1 plus 7, that will be +6, and this will be -8, okay. So again, so this is way to do it without using any graphing paper, but you can actually kind of graph this point. So let's graph the point A. So point A is -7 along the x, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's -7. Then we move 4 up. Okay. So that's our point A. Okay. Then point B is -1. This is just, we go by 1. Then we go 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our point B. Okay. So now our vector, because again, the initial point is always, the initial point is always, so our vector is like that. So now I can actually delete all of this, erase it. Okay. So that's our vector. Okay, that's our vector. Okay. I think I just, okay. So that's our vector AB. Again, this is the initial point, and this is the final point. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see I need to go 6 points in the positive direction. Then 1, 2, so that is +6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I need to go 8 points in the negative. So you can see that I'm able to get the components. So whenever you want to decide, especially again, if subtracting is confusing you, then please graph it. It's easier on graph paper. Okay, so that's the component. The magnitude again is just going to be, so the magnitude AB, you can use one line or you can use double line, it doesn't matter. Will now be 6 squared plus negative 8 squared, okay? And if you do that, that will give you 10, okay? So AB will give you 10, the magnitude of AB. So what about the direction now? So I need to cancel, let me cancel some of these quickly ones. Okay, so the direction, okay, that's good now. So the angle A again, just like the one that we've done before, that will be the theta that we are interested in. Okay, so you can see again that this goes, so this is like our example 3, the one that we've just done. So I'm going to leave this for you to do. So find the direction, find angle theta. Okay, what will it be? So first, find this angle beta, and then you can subtract this beta from 360 degrees, and that will give you your angle. So you already know that your angle is going to be more than 270, okay? But by how more? By how many points? Okay. I've told you to be prepared to be actively participating. Again, please don't just come and just be listening to me alone. I'm not supposed to be the only one doing this. Okay, so number 5 will be find the magnitude and the direction. So you have already been given the component of this vector G. So you are just asked to find the magnitude and the direction. So what are you going to do? Okay. What are you going to do if you want to find the magnitude and the direction? So again, it is always a good idea to sketch this vector so that at least you know how it looks like, and that might help you to check yourself, especially if you are getting the direction wrong. So let's sketch this vector. So this vector is saying we need to go to the left by 2. Okay, we need to go to the left by 2. And then we need to go down by 8. We need to go down. Let's make that a little bit more. Down by 8. Okay, so that means our vector is something like this. Okay, that means the vector G is something like that. So we already know now that definitely this vector is going to have an angle, okay, a direction that is more than 180 degrees. It's going to have a direction that is more than the angle 180 degrees. So even just doing this, you can already, if you are given a multiple choice, you can already eliminate some of the options. If you are being given like 70 degrees, you can already say it cannot be 70 because why? Because the vector is facing down and it's in the 3rd quadrant. Okay, so all I'm saying is try to sketch it because that might help you to quickly eliminate things that, options that can never be the solution. Okay, so the magnitude here, again, the magnitude of G will be -2 squared plus -8 squared. So that would come to 4 plus 64. So that would be the square root of 68. Okay, square root of 68. So, and sometimes, I just want to use this question to explain that sometimes, instead of them expecting you to just put this into the calculator and be done with it, and be done with it. They want you to just simplify this radical. So 68, we know that 68 is 4 multiplied by 17. So I can break it down to be the square root of 4 multiplied by the square root of 17. So that's why I can also write this as 2 root 17. So I can say the magnitude of G, okay, is 2 root 17. Or you can just write it as the way we have always been writing it before, to be like I think it comes down to 8.25, I believe. So you can also write it as just as the numbers with decimals. So but sometimes they just want you to use this format. So please, it's just simplifying the radical. There's nothing else. So this is what I have on in lesson